fucking hell. What a fucking day. It is literally ungodly how much work I did today. It's like I was out on Friday because I called in sick, and then Thursday we left early because our power went out at work, and then like a day and a half of compiled work on top of what I already do. Holy shit, I have a pounding headache. Like, fuck, what a fucking day. Well, now that I decided I'm gonna take the LSAT in September, I actually need to study for it. So now I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to study for it. I started this YouTube series yesterday. It's 8 videos, and it goes through like LSAT prep. But the thing is, each video is like so long. I don't know, 2 hours, 1 hour. I'm pretty sure I watched all of the first and the second video yesterday, but the end of the second video has some practice things to do, so I need to do those. It was really weird because I was going through these like conditional statements, and I was like, this sounds kind of like programming. When I used to program, like any of my programming classes, it was like we always had those like if-then statements. It's like, this is kind of weird. It's like a math. It's logic, that's why. An algorithm is based on logic, so it makes kind of sense, but it's just weird to see it. Anyway, holy shit. Get this. So I fucking... I'm so mad. Is that a cop? That's totally a cop. Is he coming behind me or no? No, he's going in the other lane. Let's just see where he goes. Okay. He's in that lane. I was gonna show you my iPad, but I feel like I need to wait until we cross this intersection. I am turning left, so we should be good. But anyway, we can't make this obvious and I'm making a video. But oh my god. You know how I was reading Direbound? So I read Direbound, it's book 1, and then Furybound is book 2. And after I finished Direbound, I was like, what the fuck was this? Like, I was so annoyed. But I was like, maybe Furybound will be better. And then I started Furybound, and it was better. Like, in the beginning, it was definitely better. Hold on, let me just get into this lane. It was definitely better in the beginning. And then, like, when it got to the point where it's trying to wrap up the story and everything just kind of leads to this like this height, like the peak of the book, right? Like the peak of the book, like the battle or whatever, you know. It was just like, it was so trash. It was so trash. I am so mad at this series. I am just pure rage. Yesterday I was so disgusted. I finished Furybound. So basically it took me what, a week? I think it took me 2 weeks to read both of the books. It took me like 4 days to read the first book. No, it took me about 8 days. 4 days a book. And I was like, yeah, like I started last weekend. Yeah, about seven days. And there's so many good reviews on this book. Like this is like a very hyped up. It was probably the most expensive Kindle book I've ever bought. It was $12. For Kindle, that's a lot. I usually buy books for like $6, $7 max. Sometimes they're like $2, $3, $4. It was very expensive because I think it's newer. It was so hyped. And everybody's like, you have to read it. I'm like, whatever. Holy fuck. So, now that we're done with the cop, let me show you. I want to show you both of the, like, what I'm saying. I want to say thumbnail, but it's not a thumbnail. So funny. Okay, library. My Kindle, I love my Kindle library. So these are the 2 books. Is that a cop? I'm paranoid today. I'm paranoid. So these are the 2 books. You see 1 and 2. And then there's a book 3 that's coming out. I want to say next like May. I think we already talked about this. This is book 1. And then, yeah, I want to say like next May. I think it's around the same time as the 3rd book of The Wolf King, which The Wolf King was so much better than this series. I mean, if you're gonna read a wolf book, just read The Wolf King. I mean, this, seriously, fuck, dude. I would not, this is Fury Bound. Yeah. I would not waste my time on these 2 books. Fuck no. I will not be reading the 3rd book. I have decided I'm not even gonna fucking touch it. Like, no questions asked. I'm not even gonna touch it because I've learned it's not about just that book. It's her style of writing that I despise. Okay, there's no plot. There is a plot, but the plot is so predictable. The entire thing to me was a copy of Fourth Wing. She literally, all she did was change the dragons and try to like copy Fourth Wing. Even the shadows, like her powers are shadows. All the bonds, the mate bonds, the bloodsuckers that live in the other kingdom are the exact replica of Fourth Wing. And I don't remember who they were called in Fourth Wing, like Venin? I think it was like Venins or something. I don't fucking know. Literally the exact replica, the same powers. And the wolf bonds with the bonds with the dire wolves, the pack thing, the school, all of them going to the same school, the whole fucking thing. I mean, I was like, and like the part where, if you read Fourth Wing, you know that beautiful part where Violet is getting tortured and nobody knows where she is, and then Xaden comes for her. It's at the end of the first book. Xaden comes for her and he says like that, I'll always find you. Xaden finds her and then he gives her the most beautiful like speech, the most beautiful love confession on the planet. Like this part in the book is fucking famous, what he says to her, and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's everything you ever wanted. And it's just like you cry. And then he whisks her away, and then the whole school goes to shit. I mean, that's where the big like peak happens, where she breaks free, and they move. Everybody who are on their side move to Xaden's like castle, and then she finds out that her brother is still alive. But that's where like the first divide starts, where like there's now a clear division in the people that are with her and the people that are against her. So this part, it was like monumental in Fourth Wing. She literally copied it in her book, ended the first book, Direbound, with that same thing where she, it's like everything comes to the peak. She kills the king. And then she gets thrown in a dungeon, which we all fucking saw that coming. Literally, there's nobody on the planet that read this book and thought, ooh, Killian isn't gonna fucking betray her. No, we all fucking knew that Killian was gonna betray her. I mean, fuck, guys. I hate that shit. It was this book, everything in this book was so fucking predictable. The marriage proposal in fucking Furybound, I called that shit. I literally, the moment they said that the king wants to see her, I was like, this fucker is gonna, now that her and Stark are finally together, this fucker is gonna be like, marry me to fuck with them. And I was like, and of course it happens. And I'm just like, this is gross. Like What the fuck? It's so predictable. Anyway, I'm getting distracted because let's go back to the end of book 1 where the peak happens and she gets thrown in the dungeon and Stark comes to save her. Just like in Fourth Wing, he comes to save her, and then it literally, it's like it goes up and up and up and it goes like what he says to her and how he saves her and how they break free of the prison was so fucking blob. Like, he just says, "My queen." I'm like, really? My queen? Really? You're gonna like, what? What are you, what? Oh my god, it was so gross. I wanted to fucking throw up. And then Killian just decides that he's gonna leave. Somebody explain to me why Killian leaves. Why would Killian fucking leave? It makes no sense. It's like she just didn't know how to get rid of Killian and make them separate so then they can go to war. Why would Killian leave? He has a castle, he has people, now he has powers. Why would he fucking leave? It makes no sense. The story makes no fucking sense. None, not at all. And I'm just like, the only thing I didn't see coming in this entire 2-book series, the only thing I didn't see coming was Isabel dying. I didn't see that coming. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I knew somebody was gonna die. Okay, I actually knew that whatever thing they were drinking was poison. But I knew somebody was gonna die. I just didn't realize it was her. That's the only thing I didn't see coming. And then, like, oh, how much do you want to bet that Venna, whatever her name is, that the king, what's the king's name? Lucien. How much do you want to bet that Lucien's in love with her? I fucking called that from the second they met the king. I was like, oh, watch. Lucien's gonna be like head over heels for Venna. It was so obvious. It was so, and now he's fucking taking her to like save her, basically, like one precious thing for another exchange. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you're killing me, okay? You're killing me. It's so, oh my god. First of all, I know this is not the first thing, we've said many things. Two more things. The fight scene, the peak of book 2, the peak of Direbound, the peak of Fearbound, fight scene between Killian and her and Stark and them going into the camp, it was the most horrendous shit I've ever read. It was so bad. Lightlark had a better fight scene than that. And Lightlark is literally at the bottom of the food chain. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I mean, if I wrote a book like that, I wouldn't publish it. I know I sound harsh, but like, holy fuck. I don't know, dude. And then the cherry on top. And then there comes dun dun da dun 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 da dun. The cherry on top is when we find out at the end that, of course, Stark hid something from her, and he is technically sent by the Dark God, and he betrays her. A fucking course. I'm like, really? You could not fucking mention that this whole time? You just failed to mention something so important? Okay. I am done. I'm so done. I don't know what to do with myself. I need to cleanse my brain. Like, I just need to cleanse my brain. I think it's good that I should maybe focus on the LSATs because this is gross. Like, I can't. But I'm thinking I might start reading either Zodiac Academy or Shield of Sparrow. I've heard many good things, and I've heard the second book is also really, really good. I could also read Shield of Sparrow. Shield of Sparrow might also be a wolf book. I don't know. I was kind of seeing it on Instagram. And then there's those two, and then there's of course, this other book series that's a fantasy. It's not romantic it's not romantasy, but it's still, I've heard it's really good, is The Will of the Many. The Will of the Many, and I wanted to read this actually a few weeks ago, but it's really thick. I mean, I saw these videos and the girls were showing us the book is like this thick, and then the font is half the size of a regular font. So this is gonna be a lot, and it's 2 books. So I don't know if I'm ready for this, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good books, but I just feel like I need like a cleanser. Like fucking hell, man. I am disgusted. I am so disgusted. Okay. So this is what I want to say. I've read like 4 different wolf series now. Like 4 different like werewolf, Omega-verse, series. And these are what I think you should read if you do like the idea of an Omega-verse, fantasy, werewolves, vampires. Like, this is what you should read, because there's some really good ones. If you haven't watched my video about the Night Prince, then that's the second book of the Wolf King series. Very good. Especially the second book. Like, the first book was really good, but the second book even better. So I highly recommend reading the Wolf King and the Night Prince. Okay. Oh my gosh, we can't see anything. Let me see if I can pull it up bigger. And then, so Wolf King and the oh fuck, I literally can't talk. I'm so tired today. And the Night Prince, this is about like, I don't even remember. I just read this. Yeah, it's about this girl. It's about a princess. So the humans and the wolves, the werewolves, are at war, and then this princess runs away with one of the werewolves that they had like captured, and I guess humans like torture the werewolves and stuff. She runs away with them because she hates like her life, and she doesn't like how they treat and torture the wolves. And she basically runs away with them, and then the story is about her like finding her power and finding out like that she plays a big role in like the wolf society, and like their fantasy and their story, and that she's connected to them. And then I don't want to give you spoilers, but it's very good. There's a lot of twists and turns, and then there's a love story. There's a couple of love stories in it. It's excellent. The scenery of it is the feel of it. It's like it has hold on, let me just show you this first. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. The story happens in like an Irish setting, so it feels really cozy. And also, what I was gonna tell you one more, and it's spicy, like it's explicit, but it's good. Like, it feels right. When I was reading this last series that I was just bitching about, I am blanking. Can you tell? When I was reading Direwolf, so here's the thing with Direwolf, whatever, I'm fucking losing my mind. When I was reading Direbound is also very spicy. However, she does not build the love story. Like, and even their like spicy scenes they just feel like just very disconnected. Like, I've never felt like I want to skip a spice scene, because I'm just like, ugh, whatever. Like, she doesn't connect them emotionally. It's just physical, and it makes no sense. Like, here's the thing. I can read a Chinese danmei novel that's about 2 dudes, and it has like no spice. Literally, it has like kissing, but you feel they have so many intimate little moments. Like they can hold hands and you'd be like, oh my god, like this is the most romantic thing ever. It's about the romance. The romance doesn't necessarily mean spice. It's different, and the spice is supposed to like make the romance better and more connected. Like you read Fourth Wing and like their spice, you're like, holy shit, like it makes so much sense. It's about who they are and how they are together. Her, like, Direbound, it just feels like you're reading a fucking random sex scene. Like you could put anybody in there and they would have the same sex. Like you're just like, this is not about them at all. Like how is this unique to these two? Like the point of it is, it's just like everything else in this book. She misses the mark. She just misses the mark on everything. Okay, we weren't going to talk about that book again, but Good Wolf series, The Wolf King and the Night Prince. Another incredible wolf series is the series by Patricia Briggs, and it's called the Mercy Thompson series. She has two sets. There's 14 books on their Mercy Thompson series, and then there's 6 books on their Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega is so beautiful. So Patricia Briggs writes freaking werewolf stories like exclusively. She's very good. I mean, you read these books and you feel like these characters become a part of your life because there's so many of them. They're a little bit shorter books, but you feel like they're becoming a part of your life and you know them, and there's so many different characters that you intimately get to know. There's different relationships, and it's so amazing, and it's urban fantasy, so it happens in like a city vibe, in a modern vibe, so it just gives you this idea of like, ooh, like this could be happening like next door to my house and I wouldn't know. It just makes it a little bit more special. And then there's also, like, besides the werewolves, which are incredibly fun in this book, besides the werewolves, you have witches and vampires, and they're a big part of the story. So you also get to have that, like, they have their own stories and their own characters. And then the main character, which is Mercy is actually not a werewolf. She's a coyote shapeshifter. So, and she's rare. So she basically, her legend is based off of like an Native American legend of shapeshifters, and she's a coyote, and then you get to meet like a hawk spirit shapeshifter and like a raven shapeshifter. So it's so cool. It connects like history to, like, I don't know, sociology to fantasy. Oh, and there's fairies in it, so you also have the fae. So you have all these characters, and they're trying to all live together and interact with each other, and like they have like different relationships and different love relationships and friendships and enemies, and sometimes they have to like work together, but they all live within a city, and it's just so fun. This series is so fun. And then Alpha and Omega, it's about one couple, but the guy is basically like the second in command of like the overall alpha of the werewolves, like the North American alpha of the werewolves. And then he meets his Omega in book 1. Actually, there's a little short story before book 1, and that's where he meets her. But the whole book is about his relationship with her, and like oh my god, it's so good. Like, it's so personal, and the characters are so strong and so well made and so deep, and you're like, this makes sense. I could see this trauma. I could see these two combined together. Like, I could see this issue, and I can see this, how she compliments him or how he compliments her. So beautiful. This is Alpha and Omega, 6 books. I highly recommend. I mean, I read these. There was like a few months where this is all I read. Like, I read all 6 Alpha and Omega books. I read all of Mercy Thompson books. And the only thing you have to watch out for, these are 14 Mercy Thompson books right here. And these aren't expensive either. Like, sometimes $2-3 on Kindle. And what you want to watch out for is you have to read them in order that they were published. So you have to mix and match between Alpha and Omega and Mercy Thompson. I will put the order of how you should read them into the description section, because it is very important. Actually, just leave me a comment if you want it, so then I don't do extra work, because I post these videos in like 2 seconds when I get home. Like right now, I get home right now and I just upload it. So leave me a comment if you want the order, and I will literally comment under and give you the entire order of it. These are amazing. So that's my 2 cents. Don't fucking waste your time on Dire Bound. You want to read a good fantasy, romantic fantasy, read Fourth Wing if you haven't already. Spare yourself Dire Bound. And then you want a wolf series, read the Night King and the Night Prince, or the Alpha and Omega series and the Mercy Thompson series. So that's my 2 cents. Anyway, I'm so tired. Thank you for listening to me ramble. It does help. It does help for sure. Like sometimes I just feel like I need to just get it out, but it was just a really fucking long day. I just worked a lot. It was non-stop. I literally don't stop. From the moment I get in, I literally had like 3 or 4 meetings back to back. Like I had to leave one. I had to be like, I have to leave to go to another meeting. And then right after that, it was just like, I'm answering an email while somebody's calling me on Teams, and then somebody else is calling my phone, and then somebody's at my fucking door asking something, and I'm just like, I'm just one person. I'm just one person, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I like working. I like fast-paced environments a lot. What I don't like is when I feel like I'm doing work that's just too simple for me, and that's what this is. It just feels like busy work sometimes. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I worked out this morning. I don't know if I told you. I did glutes. I didn't work out yesterday. I thought I was going to, but I didn't. I went home and I watched LSAT videos. I worked out this morning. I did glutes and abs. I fucked my abs up so bad. It was so good. Tomorrow I'm doing quads and shoulders, and then on Wednesday I'm taking CTR. And I also plan on running before my CTR class. CTR starts at 6:30. If I can get there at 6, which I can, if I just hurry my butt up, then I can run for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, at least run like 2K, not 2K, like 2 miles, and then do CTR. Because by itself, I don't think it's enough. I also get to like get warmed up. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.